This season for me, it's a new place, a new boat with new department heads.
Best thing to do is feed them alcohol.
I've never hit anything in my career, ever.
Bring me a naked man and bring him to me now.
Challenge accepted.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Below Deck Med Edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-captain. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good. No complaints over here. How about you?
Doing well.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Doing well.
Okay.
I messed up my intro. Forgot that this is the Below Deck. Ahoy, everyone. How's everyone doing? I can't believe myself.
We're doing so many podcasts.
I know. I literally, this is going to sound bad, but I literally thought we're doing 90 Day.
Right now? Oh.
I don't know why.
Well, we are not. We are doing Below Deck.
I know.
Which I'm just as excited about because this has quickly become one of my favorite shows.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's definitely brings some drama.
It brings drama. I love the authenticity.
Yes.
Whether it's actually authentic or not, I buy it. I don't ever question. This is really probably this and Seeking Sister Wife are the two shows where I go, yeah, it's real. It's legit.
You know why I buy it? Because they're being very strict with the rules. Like if they wanted some extra drama, right? Let's let Kyle hook up with Frank on let's let Kyle loose. But no. Like Sandy was on top of him. Like that's why I think it was real. Like Kyle tried, but Sandy was like absolutely fucking not.
I just think the nature of this show, meaning you have professional yachties, that they're there to do a job. And sure, they're going to be on TV and alcohol will fuel some drama. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they're there to do a job.
Yeah.
And so I think it's as authentic as it gets when it comes to reality television. And that's what I'm here for.
No, totally. And they get paid too. Do you think they get paid on top of the tips?
Yeah.
For being filmed? They
I
must,
think so.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, we're going to talk about this episode in a minute. Before we do, a little housekeeping. We always do it. We got to do it. We don't have any interior here to clean for us. We have to clean for ourselves. We don't have Kyle or Natalia.
I wish we did.
To clean up around here. We're going to do the housekeeping ourselves. Follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. We're keeping you guys posted on all sorts of things over there. So it's not just ha-has. It's not just the memes and the reels. It is breaking news. It is pod-related news. And so I think it's important that you get over there. It's just a follow. It's just a follow on an Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. And I think you're going to find some value in it.
Yeah. I chat with you guys all the time.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a big plus.
That's a big plus.
At least I like to think.
Yeah, I love that you guys chat, and one day I'll chat, I'll chime in. But Teresa's, she keeps it pretty. What?
John chimes in when you guys address something to John.
That's fair.
I let him respond. So if you say, "Oh, John, you said A, B, C, D," that's gonna be John responding. Me reading it first, but John's gonna be the one getting back to you guys.
Yeah, I don't think they care. I think they'd rather talk to you anyway. But that's on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. I said we were sharing some news and breaking some news on Instagram. And if you missed the announcement or you didn't hear it on the 90 Day Pod, we have a verdict. We have poll results. Oh, that's the old one-handed drum roll. We have results. The results are in for what show will be taking the place of Seeking Sister Wife now that it has come to an end.
And guys, it was overwhelmingly
87%.
Overwhelmingly winning. And my prediction, because I was the predictor, I was the beaver who what is it? The beaver? The beaver.
Don't talk about your beaver. The groundhog.
I was the groundhog.
My hog, your beaver. Anyways, keep going.
And I predicted that the single life will win our poll. Whee! And guess what? I'm a one hell of a groundhog.
Yes, you did.
Because it sure did. It won overwhelmingly. We're here for it. We're excited. It was my favorite. So I'm glad you guys voted for it because John and I, we would watch it regardless.
Yeah.
And we would talk about it regardless.
Not on the podcast. We don't have time to do another podcast.
No, but we would be doing this regardless.
I just didn't want people to think like, oh, they were going to cover it even if...
No. We would not cover it because we don't have time. But we would watch it and we would share our thoughts. Just the two of us.
Yes.
Not with you guys. But luckily, we will share it with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited. I think this is the show we wanted to win. Yeah, I was torn. There was a couple that I was like, this would be fun. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when those shows get dropped. The one I was really actually excited about is The Real Love Boat.
Yes,
and that comes in October. So maybe we'll do bonuses.
We'll
do
see.
bonuses. Because as you guys know on the Patreon, patreon.com/marriedtoreality, you get the bonus episode, aka Now Will Be the Single Life. Mm-hmm. You get that at the Cousins Club, audio only. And on the Family Affair, you get audio and you get video of the pod. You get to watch us record the pod. And then the Family Affair level gets an extra bonus once a month.
Yes.
And so maybe that one of those will be The Real Love Boat. Who knows?
Yes, but this month for the Cousins Club and the Family Affair level, we're dropping an extra bonus.
That was my one-handed
That was John's
drum roll.
one-handed drum roll. It is the follow-up to season 2 of Love is Blind, After the Altar.
That's right.
And that's going to be on these 2 tiers. So guys, a lot of bonuses. I'm so excited for 90 Day, the single life. It's going to be good. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. I guarantee it.
Come on over and enjoy the ride with us.
Yeah, I think, you've heard us say it before, the beginning of the month, best time to sign up for Patreon. And this is just, I think, makes it the absolute best time to sign up, being that the single life is going to be there very soon and Love is Blind After the Altar is going to be there very soon. So come on over, and just a big thank you to our current patrons. We're getting so much support, and so thank you guys. We really appreciate that. And we got a bunch new signups at the start of this month. So thank you to everyone. We feel the love. We feel the support, and it really does mean a lot when we see those signups come in. It really does make our day. So thank you.
It sure does.
Thank you,
guys.
patrons. Thank you to our friends and our family. Yeah. All right. That is
very
that. And one more thing. Well, 2 more things, actually. Follow the podcast. Okay, the one you're listening to right now. It's so easy to do. You never have to think about when's an episode going to drop, where's it going to drop. You follow the podcast. It comes right to your device. Here's how easy it is to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's hot. Yes, Kyle and Friends.
Woo! Steamy.
This was steamy.
It was steamy. It was hot and heavy makeout sesh, but it was just also a hot ending, like a great way to end an episode.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle didn't break the rules. He was close.
Debatable.
He did not. They're not guests anymore.
Okay. All right, then.
They're
That's
they're off the boat. They're
Okay.
not coming back. If this was just a night out and they were still on the charter,
Okay.
then he would be breaking the rules.
All right.
But this is fine. He waited. He waited for this moment.
All right. Smash it like it's as hot as Kyle and Frank's intimate lip lock. And one last thing. Thank you for the reviews. You guys are sending them in. We are loving them. We read the 5-star ones on the 90 Day podcast. So just thank you for that. We do appreciate every single one of those reviews. All right.
Our favorite segment.
It's absolutely time for our favorite segment. We've done the housekeeping. We've got this ship in order. It's time to rename the boat because home is a absolutely garbage name for a boat. We've said it every week. Still haven't changed my mind. It's terrible.
How many do you have?
I'm playing by the rules this time. I'm going 3.
Oh, guess what? I have 4.
All right. Well, good. Let's see. Let's see if you can top even one of mine with your 4, Teresa. Shall we do it?
John, I always talk.
Shall we do it? Shall we do our favorite segment? Boat name this segment. Teresa, ladies first.
All right. My number 1 boat name is Caramia. And you're not gonna get it.
Mm-mm.
It's because we had the Addams family, right?
Yes.
Gomez always says Caramia to...
Deep cut.
Yeah, he always says Caramia when he talks to Morticia.
Oh, well, I absolutely love it. I don't get the reference, but thank you for the explanation. I think that's very clever.
So this is my number 1 name. I knew you're not gonna get it because, guys, John does not watch the Addams family.
All right, here we go. Let me go with my first boat name. We saw Dave's cake. It was not a piece of cake. It was a boat. It was in the shape of a boat.
Mm-hmm.
So my first boat name, piece of ship.
Oh, that's a good one. I think this is one of my favorite
Can I get
ones.
a piece of ship?
I love that. What
And Dave's
piece of ship?
Dave's kind of a piece of ship too. So no, he's all right. But
I love that.
yes, the piece of ship is my first boat name.
All right. Speaking of piece of ship,
Yes.
we all know that it was Pink and Delish.
Okay.
Pink Delish.
Oh, nice. I like
Pink
it.
Delish.
All right. That's very good. Two
That
for
was
two.
my name number 2.
That's very good. 2 for 2. All right. Where do I want to go now? All right.
You said you have 3.
Yeah, I have 2 more. I could.
Oh.
All right. We saw the competition. We saw the obstacle course, right? We also saw Frank and Kyle get very excited around each other. Okay. I think Kyle even said they were sword fighting. So my second name, stiff competition.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Stiff competition.
I
Teresa.
find it funny that we're naming the same moments.
Oh,
Because
all
my
right.
name number 3.
Well, what do you mean? Your first one was Adam's Family.
Well, yeah.
Well, because that's the competition.
But then, yeah. But then
Okay.
the Pink,
Right.
Delish.
All right, here we go. Let's see
Right.
if we can 3 for 3 it.
All right. Kyle and Frank.
Oh boy.
Right?
Uh-huh.
The number 3 name of my boat is Crank It Up with a K. Kyle and Frank. Crank.
Oh, that's really good.
Crank it
Oh,
up.
power couple name.
Yes.
Crank.
Crank it up.
Crank one out. Really good, Terry. This is your best showing.
Right?
This is your best
Right?
boat showing.
Ooh.
Really good. All right. And mine also a Kyle and Frank boat name. My final boat name for this episode, The Perfect Ending.
I like that. But I'm going to top it with one more Kyle and Frank name.
All right.
Sun's out, buns out. Because we saw Kyle.
Come again?
Sun's out, buns out.
Which
We
is
saw
what, Frank?
Kyle in that bikini, just showing his butt.
Teresa, this is just end the podcast now because this is your best showing.
Right?
These names.
And you're not getting it really, but
No, I didn't hear what I heard. Sun's out, and then
Buns out.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you said guns out. The
booty.
classic.
The booty.
Teresa, you have outdone yourself.
right? But I think Crank It Up
I love
It's
that
a
you.
masterpiece.
I love that you gave him a power couple name. I think Crank is
Right?
a great.
could have been a file, but I don't like that.
Yeah, file that under a bad idea. Crank is a great power couple name. All right. Wow. Where do we go from there?
I told you that it's gonna be great.
Wow. You never cease to amaze me, Teresa. This is one of those moments. All right. Let's talk about the episode.
Picked up where we left off, the dinner.
The buffet.
That's very true.
Teresa.
Buffet.
Dave even said fail this episode, so I felt validated. I felt vindicated because Dave was like, this is a fail. And I was like, yeah, a buff fail.
I felt bad because I have to say his food looks delish.
His food is not getting any love this episode, or this season, I should say. Every time there was a dinner scene on Sailing Yacht, Marcos brought out the food, and it was a 5-minute segment of here's this course. Let me explain it. Let me see if you like it. What can we do to make it better? Dave is one course Dave over here.
No, people love it.
They love
Love
it,
it.
but they don't make a big to do in the edit. At least they don't make a big to do about it. The
They
food
always say
comes out,
delicious. We love it. It's so good.
but they go first course, gnocchi, and then you can see him in the galley making fish or making sushi, but they don't even present it. They
I
don't
know,
show it.
they
being-
don't.
They're not making a big deal out of the food for some reason.
But what we see looks delish. I felt bad for him because of this whole debacle when it comes to the food presentation. He was like, we should have just put it all out as planned
Yeah.
and then do a wine pairing or
Or have the bottles of wine out at once,
or
you
do
said.
a wine flight, as you
Oh,
said.
hello. Someone remembers my good idea.
And yeah, so I felt bad because his food lost. And I get it. Like, you are a chef, you plan something, and then it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Then you feel like the food is not going to be as good. If you're reheating burgers, no one wants that.
No,
right?
no.
And so, but he had to do it because of this wine pairing. And even Natasha admits, like, that probably wasn't the best idea,
Yeah.
but the guests loved it.
Here's the problem and why their failed relationship could hurt them professionally is this could have been solved with simple communication. But because their
Yes.
communication is so poor, they didn't talk about it enough ahead of time to plan it out better because they're
Yes.
kind of avoiding each other. And so if they were more comfortable with each other at this point, they could have said, hey, here's what I'm thinking. No, here's what I'm thinking. And they would have worked together and work it out. But because they're not having those conversations, this is the end result. This is what happens. It was a buffet.
There was a buffet. Absolutely a buffet. But do you have anything else to add to this?
Well, did you notice there's like an 8th grade history class map up on the wall next to the table?
I did not.
Yeah, I was like, this thing is just like tacked up there.
It's around the
very,
world.
Very tacky. Yes. And then it hit me. Like once the episode ended, I was still thinking like, why is Mr. Sat Maria's map up on the wall on home? And then I realized, around the world.
You want to crank it up?
Around the world. What?
You said you were wondering why the map is on home. I'm like, on crank it up?
Yeah, but I think they should have just stuck with the mini flags. That was tasteful, having this social studies map up.
Very true. Guys, sometimes less is more. Let's all remember that.
Usually less is more.
Usually less is more. All right. Enough with this dinner party. Let's move to the next party, which is the PJs party.
Mm-hmm.
The guys are going to put PJs on, but not just the guys. They invite Kyle to put his PJs on. And also, they didn't invite Natasha, but somehow she also puts her PJs on.
Someone needs to be there to serve
That's true.
them.
So I was thinking at first, I'm like, oh, what a cock block. But then I think it's good. Otherwise, this thing would go up in flames.
Yeah. Kyle's getting very comfortable. Very friendly.
Like he crossed the line slightly when he was like cuddling and touching Frank.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta imagine being a Stu, it's a very blurry job description because how far is too far? We've seen crew take their shirts off and put whipped cream on their nipples to get licked off from guests. So how far is too far? There is no written rule probably. You just have to vibe it out and sense it out yourself.
Well, I think Sandy's more strict than Glenn was.
Oh yeah, Glenn was encouraging.
Yeah, so I think Sandy is like, and that's what so they're all hanging out, kind of cuddling their PJs, chatting. Natasha's there, but they're showing this time slots like 1:15, 1:30 a.m., 1:45, 2:15 a.m.
Yeah, they're playing this game, Rose and Thorn.
I don't know the game.
I didn't know the game either. It makes sense. So you name something, you name a highlight. So that's the rose. Mm-hmm. And then you name the low light. So that's the thorn. And they go around and they do this. So,
but what do you mean?
So Danielle said, meeting all of you was the rose. And then he didn't give his thorn, but another guest said, biting my lip on the slide. That was a thorn.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Kyle said, I never thought I'd be this attracted to another individual. I guess this is the rose. You don't really want to talk about Rose on a boat in the middle of the ocean, I would say. Never let go of that. But
yeah, and she did.
But Kyle says, I never thought I'd be this attracted to you, Frank, and I want to get to know you more. And so he kind of lays it all out there. That's a little bit unprofessional because right there, I guess you're admitting I'm not doing this for your experience on this ship.
Yeah.
This is now personal. I've now made this personal. Yeah. So maybe that's the moment it crossed the line.
Yes. And Natasha, who was hanging out there in her PJs, kind of steps away and says, as his boss, I should probably talk to him, but I love him having fun. But it's time.
That could have ruined their experience on the boat. They could have been pissed. No, why are you pulling him away? He's the life of the party.
Yeah.
We don't want him to go to bed.
Yeah, but
so she has to toe that line of what are they wanting? What's making their trip memorable versus what's the professional thing to do?
Very true. But she pulls Kyle away and saying, Kyle, it's too late. This is getting a little too steamy.
Yeah.
And while they're chatting, the guys are like, good night, going to sleep. And so it was good. Kyle's ass was saved because if Sandy saw this, she would not be happy about Natasha and about Kyle. So all good. Kyle says he's pretty much in love and horny. So everyone goes to bed. But when they wake up, they left a huge mess.
Yeah. Nobody really followed through on their job.
Let's not forget that the timestamp when they went to bed was 3:30 a.m.
Now it's 6:30 a.m.
And poor Natalia, is doing all the cleanup and literally being pissed.
I think, I said it last episode, I think there's tension between Natalia and Kyle. And I think it's really starting to boil over. I think each new day is presenting new challenges because, look, Kyle's really not putting in the effort when it comes to his tasks. He's all in when it comes to entertaining the guest, one in particular. But he's not really doing his tasks.
I think she's getting annoyed with both of them, Natasha and Kyle. Because A, they are these besties. B, they were up all night. They were supposed to clean up and they didn't. So I think Natalia's just getting pissed. And unfortunately, she's not the chief stew to do anything about it. So all she can do is to complain to Kyle because he is equal to her.
And that's what I respect, is she complains to Kyle about it. She could run it up the ladder.
Yeah.
And she could say, oh, Kyle's busy flirting. He's not doing his job. He's playing. He's drinking. She doesn't do that. So she gets my respect for that. She goes and she talks to the person who is causing her this frustration.
Well,
she doesn't go and tattle on him to Sandy or Natasha.
Talks to is one way to say it. Also yells across the galley like, while you enjoy the coffee, Kyle, I did all the work.
A little sass.
Yeah. And Natasha kind of talks to the camera. She's like, I don't think it's a big deal. It's like, yes, girl, because you are enjoying with Kyle. That's why it's not a big deal. If you were the one doing all the cleanup in the morning, you would be saying something else.
Right. So, okay, it is stiff competition day. Everyone has uniforms, costumes, outfits that they change into. The crew's got their own. The guests have their own. Kyle has his own.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle made a statement.
I'll tell you what. That bikini or the one-piece bikini
those two things don't go together. There's either a one-piece or a bikini.
Well, I sometimes call bathing suit bikini.
Okay, well, that's a two-piece.
Okay, so the one-piece swimsuit did not have a lot of space for a penis. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, Kyle was packing it in there.
So sun's out, buns out, and the penis is out as well.
And a little more.
It's more like sun's out, nuts out. Am I right?
Oh, hello. All right. So welcome to the Maltese Mini Olympics on Motor Yacht Home.
We have the Addams family in white.
And do you know where I think
shirts.
that name comes from?
No. Because he's Adam. And nice.
The primary is Adam.
He's the main charter.
I don't know where Team Hulk came from.
I don't know. If they were wearing green, I would get it, but they should have been the Baywatch. You're welcome, people. You are welcome, people, because they were wearing that one piece.
Yeah.
Not the girls. And the Team Addams family had these like belly tank tops, white belly tank tops. It
was fun. They were having fun. Yeah. So Storm lays down the rules. It's a fun game, guys. You take a shot, then you jump off the side of a boat, you swim to the back of it, you go down the slide, you do a trick off the trampoline, and then pool noodle fight.
Loved it.
That must be so much fun.
I would have a lot of fun.
I would have a lot of fun with it. I would do more than one shot, but.
So everyone's racing, trying to win. The Addams family won.
Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum.
How do you know the music if you don't watch it?
I mean, I'm a human being who grew up in America.
Carra mia. I grew up in the Czech Republic and I love it. By the way, Netflix is putting up Wednesday.
Oh.
It's the new movie that's coming
She's
to
the one
Netflix.
with the hair in her face, right?
She's the kid.
But isn't her hair like covers?
No, that's the hair.
Oh, okay.
But that's what we call it in Czech. I don't know what's the name of this person is in English. In Czech we call it the hair. But Wednesday is the girl.
I know the name Wednesday. I just didn't know who she was in particular.
It was like Nicole Richie played her a long time ago. But there is a movie coming to Netflix.
Wait, Cousin It?
Oh, really? We call it the hair.
Is that the hair? Cousin.
It was a cousin. It was a cousin.
Cousin It, yeah.
But I don't know the name. What's the name
in
in
English? It with 2 T's. Cousin It.
Oh, because like we said Wednesday in Czech.
Yeah.
We say
Wednesday Addams, Morticia, Gordon, Gomez.
And Gomez. Yeah, that was all the
Pugsley
same.
thing.
But then the hand, we said the hand.
Lurch.
And then the hair, we said the hair.
All right. Anyways.
Anyway.
The Addams family won. They get showered like they just won the Daytona 500 with champagne.
And then don't forget that Storm was coaching everyone before this race. Like, guys, you have to be, you have to hype everyone
up.
You have to be fired
Over
up.
the top.
Yes. So.
Just like an American. I didn't catch who said that.
What?
I think it may have been Z. Could have been Jason. Storm was like, be over the top. You got to get people excited.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone off camera
It was
was
Jason.
like an American.
It was Jason.
Oh, yeah. All right. So the last thing Jason is fired up, over the top, or trying hard at anything.
But he's almost fired.
Hey, we're here, folks.
Well, I think Storm is treating him worse than he would have if the same thing happened. If he did the same thing that, let's say, if Z did the same things as Jason does.
I disagree. I think Jason has been slacking from day one, so Storm never really had any respect for him. So it's been so easy to go down from zero respect to negative respect.
I get it, but why don't you pull him aside and talk to him?
That's interesting. Yeah, he probably should, as opposed to just getting
and just like have like a nice boss to an employee conversation instead of just like yelling at him, over the radio.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. And that's something he should learn from Sandy, because Sandy is very quick to be like, hey, Storm, come to the deck. I want to talk to you. Yeah.
And that's how it should be done. Sandy is the great boss. But because she's the great boss, the second the race is over, Sandy, back to work. Back to work, everyone.
Everyone except Kyle.
Because first thing Kyle does is he swings his bums onto the slide. He goes all the way down and hangs out with the guys in the water.
Yeah.
But Sandy sees it and she's like, Kyle, back to work. Back to work. And she's like showing him to swim around the ship. Back to work. Back to work. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, now she sees it.
And I think he realizes it in that moment, too. I mean, he probably realized it. He probably was nervous when he was hanging out on the couch the night before. He probably was nervous, but because Sandy didn't see, he was like, whatever. Now he knows Sandy saw, and he feels like he did something wrong. He said, he goes to camera, rule number 1 of yachting, don't get romantic with the guests. But he's torn because I don't want to lose this opportunity with Frank.
Yes, and he says, Kyle is like, I want to show that I'm interested without crossing the line and losing my job.
Yeah.
That's his master plan.
It's a delicate dance.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I think this is a good time to take a break.
Let's do it.
I'm going to take a break. We will come back, and the party's just getting started. So we'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Ahoy, Jonathan.
You remembered it this time. Ahoy, Teresa.
All right, let's prep for the birthday party. And Dave is making the pink pearl. That's what he called it, the pink pearl.
It's a 3-layer chocolate cake with white chocolate ganache.
Pink pearl, oh, ahoy.
Yeah. Oh, ahoy. Let's not gloss over the fact that Natasha is still getting flooded with these desperate texts from her ex.
But from Rex?
I think I didn't.
What?
I think I look. Spoiler alert. A little later on in the show, we can confirm it is no longer her ex. I don't know
What are you talking about? It says Natasha's boyfriend when they text.
From the opening scene of this episode, or did it change mid-episode?
I don't know. I didn't
That's my question.
I didn't catch
because
it.
as soon as the first time I caught it, it said boyfriend, and it was like, oh yeah, I love you so much. Tell me when you're free. She then had a talking head to camera where she said, my boyfriend. And so that's when I really noticed it, because she confirmed it. She used the B word. So at this point, I'm thinking it's still X. And he's just coming. He's sliding.
Oh, you said X. I thought you said the Rex, and that's his name.
No. No, I think it's still Desperate X.
Oh, okay.
Just
gotcha.
flooding her with these texts.
And Kyle is flirting with Frank again, and Frank is like, oh, like, so sad. It's the last night. And Kyle is like, no, it's not. Uh-oh. Like, he's really trying to.
He's in love.
Make the connection without losing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing good. Like, he's putting it out there.
At some point, though, and so many people have had to make the decision before, sometimes you have to choose between work or your relationship. A lot of times, maybe someone wants to move and they're moving away from a boyfriend or girlfriend. They're moving for a job. And it's like, am I going to choose work or am I going to choose this relationship?
Well, I think if you are in a relationship for a while and you think it's going somewhere and the person moves for work and asks you to move with them, it's exactly what we did. I think that's okay to leave. But if you and I were dating for 6 months and you said it, I don't think I would move with you.
That's my point. But you could still be in love at that point or growing those feelings.
I would ask you to do long distance and see if another 6 months we can keep it going. Maybe then I would move.
Right.
But
my only point being, a lot of times people have to choose between these two things. And we're seeing it right here. Kyle could potentially choose, okay, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to put the full court press on Frank and risk my job for love, or I'm just going to secure this job and forget about Frank.
Let me correct you. Risk his job for lust because they don't know each other.
Fair.
It's not like even they hang out. Kyle serves him, right? So,
very true.
And Frank is on a vacation. Vacation people are always vacationy. You relax, nothing bothers you, there is no work, right? We see it on 90 Day. Oh, some of these 90 days are like, oh my gosh, like, who did I marry? Like, this person is so different than when they visited me in the Bahamas. It's like, because you were in the Bahamas. And so you don't know who Frank is. We don't know who Kyle is outside of work.
Sure. No, it's a good point. We know who Jason is at work, and he's a slacker. And once again, Storm is fed up with Jason for this long break he's took.
Well, Storm gave him 15 minutes. Jason took 45 and said, I had to shower and eat. If he had to shower and eat, I guess 30 minutes should be fine. But you cannot shower and eat in 15.
No, that's ridiculous.
So
But did we hear Storm say, go shower and eat?
No, but he put his black clothes on. So he started helping the inside crew. What do you call them?
Jason did.
Yeah.
After he got in trouble, though. It was like he got in trouble and then was put on interior duty, like working with the balloons and.
No, I think that's why he was sent. Oh, maybe
to go shower and change.
That's what I thought.
I heard the 15 minutes. I didn't hear go shower and eat. So that's the only thing I'm questioning is did Jason make up he told me to eat and shower. How can I do that in 15?
Oh, I don't know.
Either way, Storm's not happy and Jason gets sent to go blow up balloons.
Yes.
Basically. And Courtney and Z have a little moment together where they're talking about Jason.
They're gossiping about Jason.
They sure are. And Jason appears, but I don't think
he heard, but he says to the camera, it's like, I know I'm the outsider. The three of them are good.
And I feel bad.
I do feel bad too.
And yes, everyone's got this clique and everyone's got their friends and he feels like an outsider and I feel bad. But at the same time, I go, maybe if he worked harder and he was really bringing value to the boat, people would want to hang out with him. But he's a fuck up right now. Nobody wants to be friends with the fuck up. They don't want to associate themselves with the fuck up. So imagine Jason is just screwing up, slacking off. You don't want to be seen with that person. As
True.
Courtney or as Z, you don't want to be buddy-buddy with that person because you kind of, it's by association. You get a little stank on you by association.
True.
And so I think maybe that's why he feels so alone. But then maybe stop trying to be friends and just be better at your job, and then people will start to hang out with you.
I think that's good.
Yeah. All right. Dinner?
Let's talk about a dinner birthday party. We saw Liam who dressed up as Bambi.
Mm-hmm. And
I loved it.
Natalia was vibing Bambi.
Can he teach me how to do makeup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how?
Yeah, very convincing.
Last time I tried a little more dramatic makeup, I almost poked my eye out. So I don't really go there.
Very convincing.
Yes.
So this is where I'm saying the food gets no love. It goes course 1, gnocchi with caramelized and olive oil. And that was it. And then the birthday cake came out and I was like, huh? Because I saw sushi being made. I saw another fish in a pan, but they don't want to give that any attention. It's wild. It's like, Dave, your only role here is to be dramatic when it comes to Natasha. We know you're a chef, but we're not going to let you shine.
But that's the thing. He brings other aspects into this.
That's true. Marcos did not.
All Marcos did was the cooking. He didn't get involved with anyone.
That's such a good point because if they let his food shine and focused on his failing relationship, Dave would be half of the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to pick and choose, and him crying over Natasha is far more entertaining.
That's very true. But the food looks delish. Adam, the birthday boy, said it tastes great, right?
Yeah.
And then we see this moment when Kyle once again is crossing the line because he's serving them and then massaging Frank's shoulders.
It's a little much.
That's a little much, yes.
Yeah. I think Kyle, forget the cake. Kyle's looking at Frank like he's dessert.
But Sandy is down in the gallery looking at the cake and she's like, oh my gosh, this is a piece of art.
If there's one thing she loves more than her water toys, it might be this birthday cake.
I think
ship.
she loves Dave in general. Like she loves his cooking.
She does. And she's very quick to give him compliments and sure. So Sandy, loved the cake. Everyone did. It was cool. I thought it was cool. Dinner ends, hot tub time.
Ooh.
Frank, on the other hand, he's not going to go into the hot tub with all of his friends. He's going to go find Kyle.
Well, Kyle is still technically serving, so he's behind the bar.
Yeah.
And they're chatting and flirting.
And this was a more serious conversation. This is where I go, all right, no, he's not falling in love. He's only known the guy for a few hours. But they're having heavier conversations, and Kyle's talking about life on a boat and how it's hard to find love. And I think it's gone beyond just fun flirting, and it's substantive conversation now.
Yes, and then Frank opened up. Frank, who's freaking ripped, said he just lost 35 pounds.
Oh.
Good for him. Good for him.
I would like to know.
He
Forget the
looks great.
makeup. Give me that regimen.
Right?
Frank? Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
He probably isn't drinking and eating carbs. I don't know.
Single day.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, come on. But then we see, of course, Jason screwing up once again. Showing up late to anchor watch.
3 minutes.
But apparently, if you're not 10 minutes early to anchor, you're late. So he was 13 minutes late.
Yes, and Z told Storm.
But here's the thing. You said 3 minutes, which I think most of us would look past, unless it was something like anchor watch and maybe it's very serious. But when you start to fuck up as much as Jason does, every little mess up, no matter how small it is going to register.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, oh, that's okay. You never mess up. It's one little thing. Don't worry about it. He's always messing up. So these little mess ups are going to stand out just as much. Because, classic Jason again, screwing up.
Yes.
At this point, he has to go over and above just to look like he's doing his job.
Very true.
All right. My other thought about this, not to skip ahead again, but Kyle gets a little bit of a talking to at the end. A roundabout talking to. Sandy addresses the entire crew, but it's about Kyle's performance. Jason doesn't get a word. Jason's messing up time and time again. No one is giving him a word.
Because Sandy doesn't know. Storm didn't complain. I think Storm is still trying to handle it because Storm would look like a pussy if being a provisional bosun at that time still to go up to Sandy and complain about Jason, who Sandy thinks is doing a good job.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Back to these guys.
Yes.
I was just going to say, in the morning, right?
Oh boy.
Natasha's boyfriend is texting
this
her.
Is
and
when
now
I
we
noticed.
see Natasha's boyfriend.
This is when I noticed the first time it is boyfriend. And this is when she tells the camera, oh yeah, my boyfriend. Do not let Dave hear that because he will be cracking more than just eggs if he hears that Natasha has a boyfriend.
Well, but this was interesting. It said Natasha's boyfriend, and the text said he was basically asking her if she wants them to be together.
Yeah.
If you are a boyfriend, girlfriend, I would assume that you are together.
Yeah.
And the reason is because he doesn't like that she works with Dave. But she's a professional.
Yeah. You don't want.
So then she needs to leave.
Yeah.
You cannot make Dave leave.
I don't think mid-season, but maybe like let's not, because they arranged to be on this boat, I think, or was it just happenstance that they both ended up on that boat?
I don't know.
So maybe he's just saying, let's not continue to be on future charters with Dave. But speaking of texting, Natasha was not the only one receiving some flirty texts.
Oh, yeah. Kyle is texting Frank,
Uh-huh.
basically. And then I think it was Frank who said, if Kyle can hang out after the charter. And Kyle is like, going out tonight. And Frank's like, great.
Yeah.
Great. Ooh.
Yeah.
So I think this is good because once the guests leave and hand over the tip,
Yeah.
that's when they stop being guests.
That's a good point. They go back to being civilians and all is fair.
So let's dog this biatch.
All right.
And it's looking so tight that I was like,
It looks tighter every time. I'm like, okay, is it Sandy passed the first challenge? We're gonna make it smaller and go. Let's see how small we can get it for Sandy to go through.
but everything was great. Very successful docking.
Yeah, and Storm I think really redeemed himself because he fucked up the other charter. They hit a dolphin, but this time he's calling out directions for Courtney. He's telling Sandy what's up. He's calling distances.
It sounds so barbaric when you say hit a dolphin. No one wants to ever hit a dolphin.
He hit a buoy.
Yeah.
You hit a manatee, Teresa.
Accidentally with a
You
paddle.
think Sandy purposely hit the dolphin?
That's not a real dolphin.
I'm just saying. Right, so yours is worse.
I did not see the manatee below us when I hit her with a paddle.
Yeah.
She freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
I felt bad.
I still feel bad.
I do feel bad too. And guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, Jen and I went on manatee sightseeing tour.
Yeah.
And the water was a little darker because the manatees kind of like they messed up the bottom as they like floated around.
I just think it was a cloudier part of
it was a cloudier
the
water, right? And there were so
lake.
many manatees. So we did see them when they come up and we saw them through the see-through kayaks, right? But not perfectly. And so we're paddling, trying to get closer. And then as I paddled, I literally hit a manatee with a paddle and she freaked out.
Luckily, Teresa's very weak, so I don't think you hurt.
What are you talking? I'm so strong.
She
so
is.
I felt so bad for the manatee, but it was all good. I didn't mean to hit her with a paddle.
No, I think
That's
she's
the bottom
I
line.
think she's fine.
I hope so.
All right. Smooth docking, didn't hit dolphins, didn't hit manatees, didn't hit anything. The guests disembark. Kyle and Frank give each other this big hug.
A huge hug.
Big hug. And
See ya later,
they
alligator.
say they want to kiss each other. But
They did?
Yeah. He's like, I want to kiss you. But like, we're going to wait. Let's just wait.
Jesus.
Adam, who got 0 screen time, if you actually think about it. Liam got screen time. Frank got screen
Well,
time.
of course, Frank.
Primary Adam got 0 screen time.
Jennifer got screen time.
Jennifer got screen time. But he gives this nice little thank you speech, and he says he feels like everyone became family, and so it was nice.
If you are a tech executive in New York City,
Yeah.
I think you really want to play it safe.
I think he owns the company. What does he care?
Well, still, if you are...
Well, then don't go on the boat with these guys.
No, it's fine. But all he did was like he enjoyed the boat and celebrated his birthday. Like
That's
there is
true.
not, you cannot say, oh my gosh, like I would never work for this guy because he was too wild. No, he literally went on a vacation.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So tip meeting time. Sandy goes, I am pleased with everyone. The cake? It was insane. Launching all those toys, not easy, but you conquered it. So with that, drum roll please. I am making Storm the official bosun. Ba, 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 ba.
Woohoo! He deserves it. He does
totally,
the work.
He redeemed himself. He definitely
Unlike
deserves it.
Reagan, who didn't help with anything, she just smoked cigarettes and told them what to do in a way.
Who?
Or not even. She didn't even tell them what to do. She was just snacking and smoking. Storm does the work. He is there.
And he's thoughtful about
Yeah.
it, and he's a kind person. And yes, he's there to do the job. But Sandy does want to talk about one thing. There's a line when it comes to mingling with the guests. When we're wearing our uniforms, we're professional, and we can't forget that. She doesn't call anyone out by name, but it's pretty obvious
Oh, yeah.
who it's about.
Kyle.
But we get the tip.
20,000.
Just the tip.
20,000, 1.8 a person. Not bad.
1,800 a person.
Not bad for 2 days.
Yeah. And then once Sandy left, Kyle, in a joking way, kind of defends his behavior a little, saying like, well, we got to compliment that we're family. How can you make a connection without crossing the line? Right. Also, if you don't want people to feel like family, Sandy, don't name your boat home.
That's so true.
When you're home, you're family.
That's so true.
No, I don't think she named that boat, but all right. Then we see Dave talking to Natasha.
Well, he wants to talk. So they go up on the deck, and sit down and chat.
I feel like he was giving it one last ditch effort. Like, are you sure you want to give this up?
And Natasha's like, it's not going to happen.
Obviously, nothing's going to happen. So we just have to move on. And Dave's like, all right, but I have a lot of feelings for you. I had a lot of feelings for you. You're an amazing person. It's not working, but he cops one more feel. He gives Natasha one more hug. And then we see, no surprise here, Jason dropping the ball once again. Sitting on the deck, having a beer. The work's not finished.
He is really getting close to the firing line.
But no one is really giving him a talking to. Like, if he got fired right now,
needs to talk to him.
If he got fired right now, I would go, that's unfair.
Yeah.
You got to give him a warning.
Yeah.
I think you need to sit him down and give him a proper warning and then go, listen, here's what you need to do. If you don't do this,
no, absolutely.
it's going to be the end of your time. You can't just get pissed and then one day turn around and go, you're fired. I mean, you could. I don't think that's good leadership, though.
Very true. So then everyone's going out but Dave, because Dave is like, we're in a good spot with Natasha right now. I don't want to go out, get drunk and fuck it up. So he's going to sleep.
He's going to sleep. And we see, for some reason, Jason and Storm got stuck in a van together alone.
Yeah.
So awkward.
He's so...
Right?
That was the time to
That's
talk,
the time
baby.
to have that's the perfect time.
That's the perfect time to talk as in a more relaxed environment.
Yeah. Just like friend to friend almost. Not like, I'm going to call you over here on the boat and you guys are heading out for drinks. You probably already had a couple. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe they were too drunk and Storm didn't want to have a serious conversation when they were drunk. But yeah, that'd be a perfect time. You guys are alone. Have the conversation. They don't. They all get to the restaurant and guess who's there?
All the guys, and most importantly, Frank.
Frank is there.
So they're gonna crank it up.
Woo.
Because they're dancing, they're enjoying each other. Kyle is like kissing his sides.
There's nonstop hugging going on.
Oh
They never stopped hugging. And Kyle said there was a sword fight going on, which makes me think they were just rock hard in their nether regions.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, then we see Storm and Natalia leaving because Storm wants to cuddle and watch a movie. I don't think Natalia wants to do that, but she goes. That's just not her style.
What do you think she wants to do?
Oh, they're gonna bang, but Natalia wants to be out, wants to have fun.
Yeah, she's a partier.
I don't think she wants to be this cuddly, oh, we're in a relationship girl.
Right.
But that's what Storm wants, and I think that's why it's gonna work.
She doesn't want to be in a relationship.
No.
She wants to maybe bang Storm, but she wants none of the relationship responsibilities, like hearing your partner talk about their day, hearing your partner talk about work when they're stressed out. She runs away from that.
I love talking about my day.
You always talk about your day. Natasha is loving life without Dave. She's living her best life. She's partying up.
She's like, can he stay on the boat all the time? And we see that he's not going to.
Yeah.
He's going to be out in the following episodes, which is good.
And then the night comes to an end and everyone's saying goodbye to the guests. Kyle is saying goodbye to Frank.
Yes. And then he walks over to the cab and he's doing hard hands.
But before he left to go to the van, he's getting close to kissing. He said he was going to save it when they were on the boat or saying goodbye. So I thought this was the moment. They're hugging. Kyle kisses Frank on the neck. But Frank goes, save it. Which I didn't understand. Why would you? This is the time to do it, man. Unless he's going to use that as encouragement to make Kyle meet up with him later, but just make out now. But he's like, save it. Yeah. Save it.
Maybe he didn't want to do it in front of the cameras. The guys were saying, I think Jennifer did too, that Frank is, what's the word?
Shy?
Yeah, so Frank is shy. Okay. So, and Jennifer said Kyle needs to make the move. Okay.
So we see Kyle crying to the camera. this one-on-one. He's crying to the camera, being like, I've waited so long for this moment, and I don't want to be away from someone who makes me feel this good. And like you feel like it's building up. He's in lust. And yes, this is where he goes. He's from the van. He's
doing hard hands. Why I brought it up is because I wrote down Kyle is doing hard hands, and there is a freaking emoji for hard hands. Did you know that?
No.
There is. Look, I'll show it to you.
The Taylor Swift hard hand emoji? Where am I looking? Oh yeah, that's new.
There is a hard hands emoji,
How come you never send me that one?
Because I just found out.
You always send me the middle finger hand.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
just kidding.
I always send you the huggy
I'm just
emojis.
kidding. But yeah, so Kyle's like, fuck it. He's like, Frank, I love you. And he just yells it out. They dramatically slow motion rom-com ending.
Oh my gosh.
Run to each other's arms and just make out.
They kiss first.
Oh, they do
and
kiss.
then it's a whole makeout sesh.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
a makeout and a half sesh.
And the friends are happy. The crew is happy. Everyone's like, woo!
And then there just happened to be fireworks
Oh my gosh.
in the sky and in their pants, probably.
And that's it. What an episode.
That's why I named this boat The Perfect Ending.
And that's why I named this boat Crank It Up.
Crank one out, which is what each of them will do when they get back to their rooms.
Gee.
All right. That's the episode. A great episode. Always a great episode with Below Deck. We love this show. Guys, follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. We're dropping news over there. We're keeping you guys posted. So make sure you're following us at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. Also, the Patreon. Guys, now is the time to get on it because so much content is coming your way on that Patreon. Patreon.com/Married to Reality. We got the Single Life Season 3 coming up. We got After the Altar, which is the Love is Blind follow-up coming up. We got our bonus episodes coming up. There's video podcast. We do other random things like happy hour hangouts on Zoom. You never know what you're going to get on the Patreon, but you know it's going to be good. Patreon.com/Married to Reality. And thank you guys again for the reviews. We love when you send those in. And last but not least, follow the podcast. It's so easy to do. All you have to do is look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as crack.
Whee! Power couple. All right, that is it. I've said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it all.
That means we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.